Hello guys, and in today's video, I'll be talking about the 737 MAX and why was it so jelly. So let's get started with the further delays then. The 737 MAX is a very good plane for Boeing, and it's also sometimes referred to as the bestseller. But now it has been nearly grounded for 4 months. So why was the 737 MAX even built, and what was the MCAS? Now we'll take a look into it. Since its competitor Airbus had actually improved their bestseller, the A320, to the A320 Neo or new engine option, Boeing decided to upgrade the 737, its bestseller, to the 737 MAX. But Boeing engineers had a problem, and the problem was that Boeing's 737 was too close to the ground. Thus, a larger engine could not be placed. But Boeing engineers came up with a good solution, and that was move the engine above. And in many pictures, you'll see the 737 Max's engine actually above the wing, and this had a side effect. The side effect was that the plane would abnormally pitch up high, and this could literally lead to aerodynamic stall and the airplane falling out of the sky and crashing. To prevent this, the Boeing engineers came up with MCAS, or Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System. This system will actually push down the nose when it's climbing up too high to stabilize the flight. But in some cases, things don't go as per plans. And the first thing that happened was a Lion Air JT610 crash. This occurred on October 29, 2018, when the 737 Maxi with the registration PKLQP took off from Soekarno-Hatta International Airport, Jakarta, and after 30 minutes from takeoff, plunged into the Java Sea, and all 189 people on board died. The flight was scheduled to Depati Amar Airport, Pangkal Pinang in Indonesia, and this actually created a huge, and I tell you, a very big headlines all over the world, with Boeing blaming Lion Air and Lion Air blaming Boeing, everyone starting pinpointing each other. But still, the final report is expected to be released between August and September 2019. So let's hope it goes well. But this was not only one disaster that happened. There was another disaster that occurred very recently, and that's Ethiopian Airlines flight ET302. This flight, which took off from March 10, 2019 with the registration ETAVG, crashed approximately 6 minutes after takeoff from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and the flight was scheduled to Nairobi, Kenya, and it killed all 157 people on board. The aircraft was only 4 months, so there was no blame on fatigue or other reasons. And immediately, subsequent findings led to the MCAS being the culprit. They found out, and it literally created a very huge, and I really mean it, a very huge, let's say, groundings. And on April 29th, Boeing CEO Dennis Muilenburg first said that the aircraft were properly designed and the crashes were caused in part by flight crew not following procedures that they were provided. But later, he said, it's our responsibility to admit the risk, we own it, and we know how to do it. And after this, the global grounding began. And now, in May 18, 2019, Boeing admitted that flaws in the 737 MAX simulator software made the system unable to reproduce flight conditions that contributed to the crashes in Ethiopia and Indonesia. So, to make the long story short, literally, the MCAS system was supposed to do this, which was push down the nose when it excessively pitched up, but literally did not do it. And there are some reasons. So if you guys know anything about the 737 MAX or anything that I have not mentioned in this video, please share your thoughts or comments in the comment section, and I'd be happy to read them. And I'll be making another sequel on how the groundings affected airlines such as United, American, Lion Air, and even more, and how airlines are trying to, let's say, come up from this disaster of groundings. And I tell you, the effects are very strong. Despite the effects, airlines like United still have reported some income, and it's nice to hear that. Anyway, thank you for watching one of my videos. Stay tuned for more and have a nice day. Bye bye.